Hello guys, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be doing a Trump versus Obama video. And this would only happen if President Obama decides to run in 2028 and Congress either repeals the 22nd Amendment or updates the 22nd Amendment to allow Obama to run. Because we all know at this moment, President Trump can legally and constitutionally run in 2028 due to his administration being a non-consecutive term. Under the 22nd Amendment, he is eligible to run again in 2028. So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and fill out a map here for the 2028 presidential election, which will be a crazy election because we got two heavy hitters. One being President Obama, who did win 2008 and 2012. And then we got President Trump, who won 2016, 2020, and 2024. So we have two heavy hitters. So we are going to do this break this map down, and we are going to look into that. But first, I will show you a poll that I conducted on my Instagram. I will say this is a poll based off the individuals who follow me on Instagram. So we're going to look at that poll right now. If you go here on Truth Social, we're going to see that right here. We did have a poll, and I will say the turnout for this poll wasn't perfect. It wasn't all that. But what I will say is that you do see here that President Trump is winning the 2028 general. I know it's really early, super early actually. But, as you can see here, he is leading by 46 points over Democrat Kamala Harris. But I know the videos Trump versus Obama. I just happened to put Harris on this selection. Maybe that would have changed if I would have put Obama. I may just do another poll later on in the future and add Obama's name to this. But as of right now, the Democrat is losing to President Trump at this point. I also have this cool video that I recorded myself. I'll show that to you guys right now. Let it load up here. Let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, I might be kind of mad because there's no way I have gigabit internet. Yeah, like I said, that poll it was taken yesterday over the course of the day, 24 hours, and it did have I didn't know who the Libertarian was going to be or the Green Party candidate was going to be, but we just ended up just doing just the names of the parties, so I didn't really have any insights on who the potential candidates would be for those parties. But I mean, it is what it is, and it's not loading, so who cares? This is leave it like that. Um, so yeah, let's go back to our map here. So now we are going to fill out the safe states for Obama, and I'm assuming okay, so before we fill out this map, we have to keep in mind that President Trump will most likely issue an executive order to mandate paper ballots, same day voting uh, for these upcoming elections. This includes 2026 midterms and the 2028 election. So if he does that, these states might look a little different in terms of we're going to get actual election integrity for a change. So we will see on that front, but I'll be working with that, hoping that that would be the case. So we're gonna start from uh, west to east. So we're gonna do California first. So this scenario, Obama will most likely win these states right here. So Oregon, Washington, California would most likely go to Obama, and Colorado. Colorado, I would say, uh, definitely one to look at for sure, depending on how Trump does in his term. But it's definitely been moving more to the left, and there's a lot of illegals there. Because I don't know if y'all remember, but they literally took down the American flag and put a Mexican flag up, which is deeply disrespectful to the men and women who sacrificed their lives to have our freedom. So that's besides the point. But yes, this is Colorado is it's gone at this point. So I'd have to see more polls out of Colorado to really put it into likely or lean. polls out of Colorado for Trump versus Obama will be one to look at there. We're gonna give Illinois to Obama, given that Illinois didn't really move. It didn't really go to Trump in 2024, so we're gonna have to put Illinois at. And if it's Obama on the ticket, we could just put it here. It's safe. Uh, and then obviously all these states right here would be a safer Democrat for now, because it's Obama on the ticket, so they're gonna be voting for Obama. You know, So yeah, those states are all Obama. And I would say New Jersey's gonna be close because I would say New Jersey's been having a lot of good news for the Republican Party as a whole. So if they can keep that momentum up, and if President Trump can come through with his promises by the 2028 cycle, we can very well see New Jersey be very competitive. And I want to go on a limb here and say that Trump defeats Obama in this state by tilt margins. So that would be the first flip of the night in 2028. Safe red states will obviously going to be Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. Texas is safe. Texas, people thought it was gonna turn the corner and turn blue in the future, but yeah, that's gone. No one here in Texas takes Democrats seriously. They're a clown show. The same people that tell you, they always say, oh, like, oh, Trump's a horrible human being, but then at the same time they turn around and endorse and back child mutilation. Definitely a clown show for that part. They shouldn't be. They should honestly just backtrack on that. It's a losing issue for sure. So Arkansas is red, Missouri is red. At this point, Ohio and Iowa are both Republican strongholds. Uh, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. Sorry, I mean to do. I didn't mean to put Georgia there. Mississippi, Tennessee, West Virginia, North Carolina. Not North Carolina. I'm sorry about that. And South Carolina and Florida is red at this point. This point, yeah, Florida is gone for the Democrats. They don't have any chances in Florida. Florida's just been terraformed thanks to DeSantis, even though he's a kind of a rhino. Thanks to DeSantis, yeah, they terraformed that state pretty good. So good job for them. And I will say we're gonna look at Georgia here. So Georgia is interesting because it didn't really see like the shift we saw in Texas, for example. Texas and Florida had like massive shifts to the right, but Georgia was kind of like stagnant. So it didn't really move massively to the right, didn't move really massive to the left. But I think with a good President Trump term, with a good term and results that people can see with their own eyes and feel, especially with the future economy. And I'm very bullish on the future economy for sure, because yes, we may have tariffs right now that are affecting our economy for sure, but the long-term effects should outweigh the short-term effects in a positive manner. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say that at this point we can keep Georgia in our column. And North Carolina. North Carolina is crazy because back in 2008 it actually voted for Obama, which was a huge surprise to us. But it did flip back into our column in 2012. So if if they didn't want to vote for Obama in 2012, what makes you think they're going to vote for Obama in 2028? That is not going to happen, guys. And especially with Trump on the ballot, I think Trump's going to supercharge this. I'll keep it as lean for now. It'll be lean Republican for now. Now moving on to Virginia. See, Virginia got close. We saw a couple of polls that had Virginia actually leaning Republican uh, before Kamala Harris stepped in. So this is very key. We know all the DC elites, they live around Loudoun County, um, and I know that some of those people will just well, no matter what you do, you're not going to convince them to vote Republican. Like they're just not going to do it because they just have this. It's just this weird partisanship with them. Like even though you can prove that they're wrong, and that their methods are wrong, and that their theories are wrong, that their policies are wrong, they're just hard-headed. They're just hard-headed. So it's gonna be hard to flip Virginia. But look, if it's Obama, there might be a good chance it still leans little Democrat, but I can see it possibly turning Republican in the event that we have to see what happens in the gubernatorial election. So it's too early to call for that. Obviously, this whole map's too early to call, but this is just my own video, so we're gonna make this video because I think it's a good idea because it lends credence to the Trump versus Obama run. So for all intents and purposes, we're gonna keep Virginia as I would say it's as of this moment, I'm gonna just do lean Democrat for now. So New Mexico is another one where we saw Biden losing to Trump in 2024, due to his disastrous policies. And I'm going to go out on a limb here that I wouldn't say that New Mexico is going to go red this time, due to the fact that Obama, um, he's going to have a good argument for sure, because you can always look back to his 2008, 2012, accomplishments if he has any. But Trump definitely securing the border and sealing it and actually fighting for the American people and putting America first. I think New Mexico will flip back to the Republicans, and this will be the second flip of the night. And Arizona, for example, Arizona did go to Trump by it was among the swing states. It was the largest win among the swing states. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to put Arizona. I'm gonna make Arizona likely because I believe we can build on that momentum, and Trump's just a unique candidate, and I think that with Trump on the ballot, he can generate the kind of turnout that will just defeat the Democratic coalition there again. Nevada's been moving right for a long time now, and with the current shift, we're gonna just put Nevada as tilt Republican, and it's between lean and tilt. I will say this is for the sake of arguments, but tilt lean for now. And Alaska, obviously is Republican, and I don't see any movement with Hawaii just yet, so we're gonna leave it as Democrat. Minnesota is very interesting because it could be a sleeper flip for President Trump, but it seems to me like they're very stubborn. Like I said before, like just like with Virginia, they're very stubborn, especially around Minneapolis, and especially around the fact that well, actually not a fact, but it's a rumor that possibly Derek Chauvin from the George Floyd incident can be pardoned. If that's the case, then this might get competitive because it's going to spark controversy for sure, and especially Obama on the ballot. I can see. I still have to put that with tilt Democrat for now. So going to the Rust Belt, we're gonna have to do. Let's go with Pennsylvania first. And at this point, Pennsylvania has been constantly being shifted more towards the right every election. So with that being said, we do see the registrations for Republicans going up. Democrats have been losing on that front. So eventually, I believe with President Trump on the ballot, President Trump has a unique ability to get out high turnout and bring out the low propensity voters. So at this point, I'm going to put this as a lean Republican, just because President Trump managed to get a 2 point victory here. 2 point, I believe it was 2 points, around there, and that is huge for a Republican. So President Trump being on the ballot again, yes, he will drive out that turnout because he has the ability to do that. Michigan and Wisconsin, this is gonna be really huge when it comes to the tariffs with Canada and how it affects them. But I do believe that if Trump is able to accomplish his economic agenda, economic America First agenda for America, and the economy does rebound around 2026, 2027, and we start seeing those gas prices go down. Everything just starts going back to the way it was in 2018, 2019, that type of economy. I do believe with a strong economy, there's be a strong case for Trump to stay in office um, in 2028. I think Michigan and Wisconsin would definitely back it. I think for some reason I think Michigan will be lean and Wisconsin will be tilt. I say tilt Republican for Wisconsin because that's the state where Paul Ryan came from, and he's still got a bunch of rhinos there, so they're probably gonna dread the idea that President Trump gets another term in 2028. So you might see some people that just don't want to vote for Trump because they're just never Trumpers. But like I said, with a good economy and strong backing by the MAGA supporters in Wisconsin, I believe they can bring the victory home for President Trump in 2028 in Wisconsin. This would, and now we look at New York, for example. New York has been seen a rightward shift, as we saw in the 2022 governor's race. No one ever expected it to get that close. But it's a information game. So if we can get our information to the voters of New York and tell them, hey, look, this is the right way forward. This is the path towards success. This is the golden age, and this is what we're going to do to make your life better. And if they see that, we can make a good case for that. We could potentially get this close, but I just don't see it flipping right now. We're going to leave that into lean Democrat for now. New Hampshire is a very interesting one. Has it still has some Republican ties, as we saw with at the vote, the very first vote of the election. It did go half. It was split. So two votes went to Kamala Harris and two votes went to Trump. I do think that New Hampshire is a sleeper though. If we can make a good argument for our cause, I do believe that New Hampshire would side with us when it comes to the foreign conflicts. So if President Trump can deliver on the historic peace agreements with both Middle East conflicts and the European conflicts with Russia and Ukraine, that would be huge. And I believe New Hampshire would, with that, they would trust them enough to give him another term. And I believe New Hampshire would be another flip into the Trump column, and that would be the third flip of the night, I believe. So New Jersey, New Mexico, yeah, New Hampshire, yep, third flip of the night, and giving Trump 335 electoral votes. By this time, he already won, but this is just not looking good for Obama at all. I don't even think Obama would want to run in this scenario, and let alone get defeated by this margin. Who knows? It depends on what he thinks, but man, if he really wants to ruin his legacy this bad, then man, by all means, like, hey man, do it. But Obama would not be a happy camper in this scenario. Also, Maine at large, uh, that's it did go to Kamala Harris, but I just don't see it. Yeah, these voters are very stubborn out here. I think it's the second district that Maine at large would probably still be Democrat tilt. And then I still see the first district going Democrat, and then I think with this one, it would be a solid Republican at this point. And I did do Nebraska. Nebraska's second district would not be a solid Republican, but we do have a good chance with a good economy. Like I said, these people they want common sense, good economy, and someone that's gonna be a leader, to bring that success to Middle America. Despite the fact that they are liberal, I think Trump has a unique appeal to those voters. So we're gonna give this because this district did go to Trump in 2016. So if Trump Trump can get that energy back in 2028, especially with his good record in 2028 as president. I do believe that we can win this district back. But Obama, like I said, on the other hand, we do have Obama that has that nostalgia going on for him. Um, so at this point, we're gonna leave it tilt Democrat, but there's always a good chance that Trump can pick off this one right here for sure. So there you have it. That's the map for the 2028 presidential election. Leave a comment down below what you think about this map and tell me your disagreements. If you think that it's crazy to say that Georgia is going to stay Republican with Obama on the ballot, especially with the shifts we've seen in Fulton County and in Atlanta suburbs. Let me know. Like I said, this is the map that I believe that would be Trump versus Obama. So yeah, we have President Trump defeating uh, former President Obama 335 electoral votes to 203 electoral votes for Obama. And I do believe in this scenario, he does also win the popular vote. So Trump would win the popular vote as well. So thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. God bless America, God bless our president, and God bless Texas as well. Because you know what? Texas is never gonna do, you're never gonna see this. That's never happening. In your dreams, liberals. All right. Peace out. Thank you.